Alright, everybody. Okay. We should be set. Let me go. We have Ro here. We're gonna.
Hello.
We're gonna
You ever
go
scare me
through...
like that again?
What?
I said you scared me. I wasn't expecting you to. Oh, snap.
So, we have a brand new base defense crew, and I want to go through it right off the rip on this video. Can you drop the YouTube stream on AC, please?
Yeah. And gamer.
Yeah, in-game. I'm gonna finish, I'm sending ships out, and I'm gonna go through my log. TW was nice enough to test the crew. Oh, duh. I was like, wow, I got slaughtered. Why did I get hurt so bad? Because I only had half my crew on. Got it. Makes sense. Okay, hopefully everybody can hear me all right tonight. But I want to go through a brand new base defense crew, and I think, in my opinion, this may be better than the current best base defense crew people talk about, which is the bold base defense crew. So I would propose that this directly replace the bold base defense crew. But first, what I want to do is talk about base defense crews, why they're important, and why you need to know how base defense works. So if you have somebody your level, smaller than you, bigger than you, if they have the right crews and you're not ready for it, they can probably crack your base in one shot, maybe 2 or 3 shots, but they will be able to crack your base. In the case of somebody much bigger than you, they can definitely crack your base unless you set up for it. And the goal is to make it so that they can't just crack you in one shot. And if they can crack you in one shot, well, then they will. And then they're gonna try to bully you by force raiding you, right? They're gonna send out their ship, crack your base, send out their amalgam, and try to raid you while you're actively doing whatever you're doing. This is particularly relevant during incursions time, because big players, much bigger than you, are likely to be out and about in force, set up for PvP, set up for base cracking, and they are going to be hunting you down left and right. So the entire point of base defense crew is to make them think twice before they attack you. Now, previously, base defense relied on having the grade 2 jelly with Pan as captain, Weiyun, and, well, this crew right here. Let's just show it. Let me make it a little bit bigger. All right, this crew right here on a G2 jellyfish. I'm not using a G2 jellyfish. I'll tell you why in just a second by showing you the ship ability. But anyway, it was this crew. And this is kind of the center of it. And then you add stuff in around there, like TOS Uhura, to be able to do some other things. You know, I'm going to go through all the details of this. But that's essentially like the core of it, right? You want to delay your opponent from being able to shoot you, and you want your guns to do as much as they can. So officers like Yuki and Zhao, Yuki dropping the enemy opponent's shield by 10% every round, plus 5% with Synergy from Harrison, or Zhao gets you...
Synergy, brother.
Yeah, Synergy, thank you.
Synergy.
Synergy! No, okay.
To Synergy and beyond!
If you look at this... The reason this crew is great is because with Pawn Captain plus full synergy, you have a 40% chance at the start of combat to delay opponent weapons for 3 rounds when attacked by players. Again, you have to be on an Explorer here. So, when your base gets attacked, if Pawn procs, he's got a 40% chance in this instance of proccing, they don't get to shoot their guns for 3 rounds. There's some fleet commanders and things like that that change that now, but let's not muddy the waters yet. We'll get there, okay? We're gonna get there. So, this is kind of the foundation, all right? But as time's gone on, there are counters to this for big players to be able to crack you still. In fact, there's a lot of counters for this. So this may not do the job anymore. And that means on round 1, potentially, you're going to be getting shot by the opponent's weapons instead of their weapons being delayed. So you say simply, what do you mean? All right, let's go through and talk about the reasons why that crew doesn't do as good as it used to do. So there's a research here. Let me go. So keep in mind, that's a delay of 3 rounds, okay? So let me go to the research. Combat tree, right on the top here. I flew right past it, didn't I? It's not there. Where is it? It's in G4. Okay, I started off too far in. Yeah, right here. Okay, so again, when Pawn came out and they proposed bold defense and things, there wasn't a way until shortly after for the opponent to delay the station's firing. So when attacking a station, delay opponent's ship and defense platform weapon fire for the number of rounds shown below. Bigger players are going to have this. That knocks 2 rounds off of Pawn. So instead of being delayed for 3 rounds, because now effectively you're delayed for 2 rounds, so you're only delaying the opponent for 1 round. And then guess what? That's not where this ends. Hold on, I'm trying to attack in between so I get my surge stuff ready. That's not where this ends. We've also got abilities on Lorca and Sloan. I'll just go through Lorca really quick. That, so during station defense, this counters the research I just showed you, the prime that I just showed you. If your weapons are, weapon warm-up time is delayed because of something, then boost it by 2. So it counters that. But on the other end, we've got this. Reduces the number of rounds needed to charge weapons when attacking a station if your weapon fire is delayed due to an enemy player's ability. Guess what? It reduces the number of rounds by 3, completely countering Pawn. So even if Pawn procs, if the enemy has Luther Sloan set up with this ability activated, Pawn will get canceled out. So we need to do something else to make you survive longer. Now, that isn't the only thing that bold defense did, but it was a big core of it. And in fact, we're going to use some of bold defense's strategy on prime defense, but we're going to have a lot of tweaks. So first off, you need to understand how station battles work. Okay, so let me open up a log and I'll explain to you how this works. Because you may be thinking to yourself, okay, they attacked my station, they just attack all my ships. How? Like, what order does it happen in? What do I need to know about this? That's at least what I would be thinking. So let's look at this. Again, shout out to TW for helping me test this.
Hey, calm down over there. Calm down.
All right, so notice that an interceptor attacked me. Do you see what ship got attacked first? It's not a survey ship. It's not explorers. It's not interceptors. It's a battleship. In fact, how this works is the lowest grade battleship will be attacked first if it's an interceptor attacking. So in this instance, my Orion Corvette is a grade 1 battleship. He attacked me with an interceptor. He's going to attack to the benefit of the triangle. Interceptors beat battleships by and large. So the interceptor hits the battleship first. And again, the weakest grade battleship goes down first, which is this guy. the Orion Corvette. Now, if he attacked me with an Explorer, what ship would get hit first? Bro, can you tell me what ship would get
Interceptor.
Yeah, exactly. So if this was an interceptor attacking me, the explorers would get hit first. No. If it was an explorer, the interceptor would get hit first. Sorry, I just fumbled there. Don't get confused by me. If it's
Did I fumble too?
If it's a battle, no, you got it right. If it's a battleship, guess what gets hit first? The explorer, okay? And so we see that here. And again, it's also going to attack the lowest grade of that ship type first. So in this case, I had just one explorer, so he killed the explorer, because that's the whole purpose of this crew. You give it a sacrificial lamb, doesn't matter how big their ship is, you give them a sacrificial lamb, they'll kill it, but it's an instant repair ship, I don't care. In this case, you see I have 4 battleships on. He hit the lowest grade. If he was able to go more than just one round, he would have killed the next one, which would be the Tala, grade 2 battleship. Then he'd go to the next highest grade, grade 4 battleship, the Cube, and then to the next highest grade, the grade 6 battleship here, before going to the next thing. So you attack with the triangle to the benefit of the triangle, so interceptor to battleship. Then once you've killed all of the battleships, interceptor goes neutral to triangle, interceptor versus interceptor. Then after you've killed neutral to triangle, you attack against the triangle, interceptor versus what it's weak to, explorers. And then lastly, at the end of it all, it is killing the survey ships. This is it's just so important to know this bit of information so that you can develop strategy around this and abuse the system. If I know that my explorer is going to get killed very late compared to all my battleships, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the officers that only matter in round 1 on the ship that's going to die in round 1, right? Just makes logical sense. In this instance, Cross. This is the counter to ROM. Okay? So I'm going to start going in a deep dive of 1, why you order the crews like you do. 2, why the officers are being used. And then 3, what you need to do if something's going wrong. Some troubleshooting strategies, okay? So first and foremost, as I said, I'm going to get attacked by an interceptor. I know this. Why? Because everybody's running around with a vengeance. That's an interceptor. All these big players are running around with their vengeances. And you know what else all these big players are running around with? Is their Borg cube. So you can be pretty sure the ship attacking you, if you're up against 70s, or anybody 63 plus, because the cube becomes the star of the show from 63 to 70, they're going to be hitting you with a battleship or an interceptor. Use that knowledge and abuse it. Okay? So, the most common base cracking crew is this one right here. We want to shut that down. We want to make it as useless as possible. How you do it is you need to counter ROM. ROM is trying to delay your opponent's, delay your defensive fire by 1 round. That gives your opponent the ability to shoot you for 1 round for free. You don't want that to happen. Now, how math works in this instance is it delays opponent's fire by 1 round. So it would cancel all of my weapon fire by 1 round. But Cross reduces the captain's maneuver effectiveness by 20%. Now you do the math. 1 decreased by 20% gives you 0.8. The way this game works, that rounds down. It doesn't round to 1, it rounds down. ROM gets canceled completely. No use. Didn't even happen. Just by having this 1 officer here, okay? Then secondarily, we put John Harrison on here. Some people are going to say, well, why not put John Harrison with Yuki for the synergy? Yuki is captain with John Harrison on the side. Hold on. We'll get there. We're going to get there. John Harrison only works the first round. And as I told you, if you know your opponent is going to be slamming you so hard with an interceptor or a cube for the most part, then put the people that only work round 1 on the ship that's going to get creamed. It's an instant repair ship. It costs me nothing to repair this guy. Free on speed ups. I click instant repair. I'm done. He can slam into me as fast as he wants. He cannot repair fast enough. I just click it. Free repair. Free repair. He's spending 10,000 to 20,000 Sigma Tritanium every single time he hits me. That is an expensive thing to do. And it doesn't bother me at all.
Very
now,
expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. Now, so these two, they only work in round 1. That's why I put them on here, right? If they get blown up, my base defense doesn't get any weaker on round 2. These guys are gone. In fact, it's exactly the same as it was in round 1. So that means I have another round where all my other officers are doing work for me. That's the foundation of using this here. And I'll talk about why my Explorer is also fine to be decimated in round 1, right? Really quick, I'll just transition over to the Explorer to talk about that. Okay, now, as I said, let's put the officers that if they die round 1, it doesn't hurt us. Well, this guy, look at this. At the start of combat, okay, there we go. Only in round 1. Only in round 1. So, it's okay if my Rialta dies, and it's okay if my Orion Corvette die. That's the whole foundation of this, is letting the ships that have officers that are one-time use die first, okay? And they're also cheap to repair. So, then next, you say, all right, that's great, but what else? Well, there are some big frickin' vengeances out there. And I've also seen some very big G7 uncommon interceptors out there. So as a Op 70 player, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to prepare myself to be able to take out those things. What am I worried about? A 500 billion power vengeance getting crammed down my throat. That doesn't sound like a good time to me. I don't think it sounds like...
Yeah, it does.
All right. I don't think it sounds like fun to anybody here. I don't think anybody wants a vengeance to come smack their base and just obliterate them, and then you spend however many minutes repairing. So I go heavy on the anti-vengeance side of things. So I told you, G1 dies first, right? G1 right here. G2 is next on the list. All right, so then let's look at this guy. Well, what I did is I put Kang on here as captain. So I have a 90% chance to cause hull breach for 3 rounds at the start of combat. That's very good. We'll talk about that in a second. This is actually really amazing because of a trick I'm playing with Chang, not Kang. Don't get confused. Kang Chang. Kang is this guy. Chang is on the cube. Okay? So we need to have hull breach on his ship, and it's at start of combat. That's also an important bit of information, okay? At start of combat. The way the officers' abilities proc, the timing that they come into the combat rounds matters. And then, just for fun, we put minus 30% to opponent's dodge when it has a hull breach. So when he gets hull breached, he loses a bit of his mitigation stats. But really, I wanted the synergy with Kang here. So Kang and Mara have that synergy. That's what we're doing. And then, again, I know it's an interceptor that I'm really trying to crew against. So I have my battleship, which lets me use S&W, Strike Team S&W Una. This is huge. I keep hearing people talk bold defense, bold defense, bold defense. What about Yuki? What about Yuki? What about Yuki? Strike Team S&W Una, Yuki to shame. At the start of round 2, their shield mitigation is gone. Right? Almost. 68% down from 80, so they're at 12% shield mitigation. But you've also got, guess what? S&W... TOS Uhura, which is dropping their shield mitigation again. So round 2 effectively doesn't matter how big his shields are. And you can see that here. Look, he's got full shields when he dies. Why is that? It's because of Strike Team S&W Una plus TOS Uhura on my other ship. Okay? Is this making sense to everybody so far? Am I going too fast? Ro, does this make sense to you? That's actually a great question. Am I going too fast?
I am understanding the concept of it because we've went over this stuff before. So basically, here, let me give you a rundown. G1, G2, G3, it dies in that order, right?
With
Against
triangle, right?
with triangle.
He
Yeah.
gets the
So
benefit. They get the benefit of the triangle. Yep.
And then you're accruing exactly. I understand all that. But to someone that doesn't
Usually
understand
when people
much
say I understand all that and they don't specify all that, maybe it doesn't make sense.
well, I'm cooking green beans right now.
All right,
But
no, you're fine then. I'll keep going.
For someone that doesn't really understand it or is not versed in it, I would be absolutely lost.
All right, I'll try to take it a little slower. If you're in the chat and you want to clarify anything, you have questions about why this works so well, just ping me. Just type in the chat and let me know to slow down. I'm trying to get through it quicker. Okay, so that's this Tala. And again, this is amazing. If S&W Una can survive till round 2, you're golden. You're golden. Your enemy's shield is gone. It doesn't exist for the rest of combat, okay? This isn't a one-time thing. This is for the rest of combat, which is why you see over here, my corgi's in the way. Hold on. Here, I'll put him down just for a second. Okay.
That's our corgi.
Yeah, our corgi, yeah. His shield is still full when he dies. That's a big deal, okay? Whatever his shield health is, doesn't matter to us. And next. This is where this crew, I think, it's really where the brilliance of this crew comes in. We want to delay the enemy as much as possible. You notice how I use small ships here? I have big ships in. You don't need these big ships. I want to be very clear. This works for everybody. You do not need these massive ships, okay? It doesn't matter. This is 43 billion. This is 20 billion. This is 140 billion. That does not matter at all. I have this in here because when I'm going to be fighting people as a level 70 player, I need to be ready to fight outside of my base too. If you're just trying to survive against bigger players while you're raiding, you don't need to worry about that. You can swap these ships, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. So don't stress about that, okay? You just need to remember, grade 1 ship dies first, grade 2 ship dies first. So all you need to do is put grade 3 and 4 in either of these slots. You're golden. You're golden. You just want them to survive a little longer.
Is there any chatting for you?
I don't see any chat right now, no. Okay. Now, another part of this crew that's very important is actually the Borg cube. I will say that's the only thing that is really super important. You can swap the Borg cube out for something like that has a lot of shots in one round. GS31 Borg cube just come to mind to me right away. If somebody's really like, I don't have a Borg cube, I don't have a GS31, what can we do? You know, we can talk about it. But for now, Borg cube. I assume most people worried about trying to take down a Vengeance have a Borg cube. Okay? This crew right here, you're not trying to rely on this for damage, even though it may look like some weird mashup of a PvP crew. What you're trying to do is get a lot of shots out, make them all critical hits, because of this. This is really the secret sauce of the prime defense, okay? If I hit a critical on a target that has a hull breach, remember Kang, round 1, 90% chance to apply a hull breach at the start of the round. I've got a 50% chance of applying a state here too, but really it's Kang doing some great work, and also my Vengeance crew, strike team, interceptor strike team crew, making sure I have this hull breach. Now, every single time my cube fires its gun, I have a 50% chance of delaying one of his guns. Plus, I'm more than doubling the shots that the cube fires to give us a chance to delay the weapons more, right? We want to take the RNG down as much as possible. And so if I fire a ton of shots, then it helps. Okay? So let's see. We didn't even have to shoot our gun on this fight. But if we did, this is where you can start really getting some longer weapon delays on the enemy ship, okay? So that's the theory behind this one. You need to have critical hits plus hull breach to activate Chang. And then HE Wharf is giving you those critical hits, and then Hierarch is giving you more shots. I think that theory makes sense, hopefully. Then the next step is more weapon delay right here. Let's do more weapon delay, all right? Delay them more. He will not shoot me. If he can't shoot me, then he can't hurt me. That's the trick. And so in this case, every single round, there's a 70% chance to delay enemy weapons by 1 round when in a battleship. I don't care what these guys are doing, as long as there's a 70% chance to delay their weapon fire, I'm happy. Now, of course, is it nice that I have 100% weapon shots and burning and isolated cascade? Yeah. It's on a bigger ship, sure. But this is really the secret sauce that we want to deal with, okay? This is the key. So, you want to keep your Cube and Scimitar, or whatever crews, let's say the strike team, battleship strike team crew, and the Hierarch, you want to keep whatever those crews are on alive for as long as possible, so they keep delaying your opponent more and more and more. That's the secret, okay? As long as you keep those alive, you're delaying your opponent. Now, the last couple of crews I'll go through. The Vengeance, it's nice because of the hull breach, and this is really my flex slot. I keep this on, again, because 100% chance to hull breach, but I built in the Kang crew so that we don't have to have this in docks, essentially, right? We can still apply our hull breach without having the Vengeance in docks. So you can play with this ship slot, swap it out, use your raiding ship, use whatever you want to do, put a Mantis here to be able to sting, or actually you can use your Mantis, grade 3, in place of, say, the Scimitar in my case, okay? So, yeah, this is your flex slot, but it's nice to have the guaranteed hull breach. You don't need it, okay? That's your flex slot. Now, this slot here, the Assimilate is also nice because it's going to reduce the captain effectiveness against your enemies, but I recognize that not everybody has a 100% chance to assimilate. This effectively does something similar to what Cross is doing. I need to do some testing on this to see if it completely counters ROM. I believe it does. But I know if you're a G3 player, you definitely don't have a maxed out mirror data, so I didn't rely purely on this. I'm trying to make sure this base defense crew works as many people as possible, and so this is just a second way of getting their captain ability reduced. Plus, it doesn't hurt to have a ship to protect your interceptor or your flex slot here. So this is like a meat shield ship for my other ship. And also, if I deal a critical, if I deal a critical, they do 42% less crit damage. So it's just really trying to reduce their damage further. If they're shooting me, at least I'm taking less damage, okay? And we've already gone through the pawn crew at the start of this. This is delay their weapons fire. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's okay. Replace this ship with the grade 2 baby jellyfish. That's a better way of going. I don't have one, so I just threw this on there. But again, replace this with the baby jelly. And then, last but certainly not least, TOS Uhura plus full synergy with TOS Kirk and TOS Spock gives you a 210% crit chance reduction for your enemy. That is awesome. I do not know very many people in the game that will still land criticals with this 210% crit chance reduction. All right, it does rely on the ship having morale. So depending, if you have maxed out James Kirk, TOS Kirk, it's a 90% chance of giving you morale. You can always swap out TOS Kirk for Calvin Kirk. You won't get the 100% synergy bonus, but you have 90% chance of giving yourself morale, even if, you know, for 2 rounds, I think, instead of just 1 round. So, worth noting. And the reason this is on an on a survey ship is because survey ships are the last ones to die, right? Remember that? Unless he attacks me with a survey ship, which would be weird. But, you know.
Really weird.
Yeah, so that's why it's unfortunate, because if he attacks me with a survey ship, I also have an instant repair there. This is the prime defense crew. You can play around with Forbidden Tech and Chaos Tech, but I don't want to include that as a requirement for this crew, because I want this to work for a lot of folks. And I don't want people to be shut out of using a valuable crew because they think, oh, well, I don't have this Chaos Tech. I don't have this Forbidden Tech. I should never use this crew because I don't have it. I'm going to spend money. No. You will get better benefits if you do certain Chaos Techs and Forbidden Tech, for sure. But you don't need them. So, for example, like this Chaos Tech right here, or this Prototype Tech here, also decreases shield mitigation of the enemy every round by 11%. So that's really nice. And if you max it out, it's like 25%. Yeah, 25% shield mitigation reduction. The number of folks that are going to have this unlocked is low, and the number of people that are going to have it maxed is even lower. So I don't want to build that in and turn people away from learning how to use this crew. So, full disclosure, if you have prototype tech on your ships, you're going to do even better, but like doesn't need to be there. Same with some of these things. Biometric gel is going to be nice. Q cannon is going to be nice. A lot of this stuff is going to be great, but I don't want to tie that into the crew. Where do you source the hierarch? Excellent question. Let me repair my vengeance, send it out so that I can get ready for the surges we're about to do, and I will tell you, or I'll show you rather. Okay, if you don't have the hierarch, I'm gonna say this. I think every officer that I just demoed has free-to-play sourcing. I can't think of one that doesn't. So, the hierarch, though, comes from right here. Refinery outposts, right here. For 100 of this outpost plunder, is it? Retaliation plunder. You can get a hierarch shard. There you go. Unlock the hierarch, you're in business. If you don't have the hierarch, by the way, this crew doesn't just get shut down. You can sub out the hierarch with yeah, but don't worry, I got you. You can still sub out the hierarch with Carol Freeman. She still gives you 100% increased shots, so don't feel bad if you don't have hierarch. Like I said, I wanted to find a crew that works really, really great, but is flexible enough that folks will hopefully have the officers sourced to be able to do it. So Carol Freeman or the hierarch, sub either one in. Hierarch just gives you 120% bonus shots. Carol gives you 100%. Doesn't matter to me which one you use. You're gonna be okay. Okay? Also, as you level up TOS Uhura, she's going to be helping a little bit more because she's dropping your opponent's shield mitigation by a little bit incrementally. So you're going to be able to get more damage to their hull faster. And in the case of, my logs here, I'll just go show this log too. You can see that how all this came into play. All these abilities, I'll let you read through them. Yeah, and Carol Freeman only has to be level 1. Exactly. Same with Hierarch, actually. Only has to be level 1. You don't need to have maxed out either of those officers. They both work at level 1. Hierarch at level 1 just gives 120% shots. Carol gives 100%. Doesn't really matter. You're fine. So if you want to, yeah, see? Increases shots for 2 rounds. And also, this is nice because it's for 2 rounds. So round 2, you've got 240% shots from the Hierarch. Versus, I think for Carol, she's not stacking like Gatling gun style. So you'll have just 100% round 1, 100% round 2, 100% round 3. I gotta double check on that ability, but I'm pretty sure memory serves that that's the case. So yeah, you can go through here and see how all these things work, right? Q cannon, Tantalus field, biometric gel, self-replicating mines. All this stuff is on there. And then what comes in, my guns fire off. He fires, kills one of my ships, fine. My guns all fire out, and boom. That's it. End of the story. And it's gonna be the same thing every single time you take one of these fights, for the most part, whether they're using an interceptor or a battleship. If you set it up kind of in the order that I have directed here, your Realta's gonna die first, then guess what? Actually, pop quiz. If you're in the stream or row, what dies next? What dies next? I'll go through the full thing.
Yeah, go through the full thing.
All right, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. 1 died, right? 1 died. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Which one dies next? If he was able to shoot his guns.
GS31.
Michael McCurry says number 3. Ding, ding, ding. Robe's wrong. Yes, it's number 3. Thanks for saving me there.
Wait, what?
All right. So apparently my explanation before.
Neutral. Sorry, neutral.
Yeah, neutral. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So this is sinking in. This is getting through to people. That's awesome. And so I want to emphasize to all you that are watching now, you do not have to let a giant player steamroll your base. You don't. Set up the prime defense crew. Take a couple of screenshots from the video. I'm going to put out a thumbnail. I'll put out a post on the YouTube channel, and I'll post it to Discord too, with like a nice little like Excel sheet or something like that. So it's easier to reference, so you don't have to like go through a video and do all kinds of work. But hopefully the explanation has taught you to think in the way. Sorry, I just read the chat. I cannot talk and read or talk and do anything else at the same time. It's so bad. I just start, I read something and it's gone. Okay. I did not, I don't know why he's number 1. Probably because he's been watching longest. Let me click the button and see. 25. It says he's got 25 XP. I honestly don't know what that means, but he's got 25 XP, Wolf, and you gotta get some more XP, dude. Maybe he liked the video. Maybe liking the video gives you like 25%.
You get XP by sending live chat messages, send super chats, and super stickers. Yes, Wolfen, if you send some super chats. No.
Okay, now, probably a lot of you are here to figure out the surges too, because we're about to do a surge. So I want to talk about how the surges work, but it's not counting you. Yeah, I don't know why it's not counting you. Goes to weak ships. Okay, yeah, Michael McCurry says, it goes weak ships to strongest ships when defending, and it goes whatever the attacker is strong against, then equal to and weak against based on the battle triangle. Yes, it goes to the lowest grade ship first with the triangle that it's effective against, and then, you know, around the triangle, again, starting at the lowest grade ship of... Yes, exactly. Okay. Any other questions before we go to the Surge conversation? Because Surges are probably why a lot of folks are here, and they're very exciting. So
I'm talking for everyone. We have no more questions. We want to go to Surges.
You want to go to Surges? All right. We can talk Surges. Yeah, so Wolfen says, Wolfen's jumping the gun. He says, what cruise and ships for Surges? All right. Yeah, let's transition.
And how many ships? How many ships can you bring? Is it like an armada, or is it like a solo armada where you can bring 3?
Good questions. So, first and foremost, the nice thing is every single player in the Alliance can join. There is no maximum capacity for the number of players, which is pretty awesome because you can get everybody in. Now, the next question. So which ships and crews for Surge? How many ships can you bring? You can bring 2 ships per person. That's the limit. There's an entry, and I'll go through which ships. Yes, exactly. So for Surges, what you're going to want to do, if you have a decently tiered Dauntless, I suggest this. Hopefully it doesn't break down. There's a chance that the Dauntless just automatically breaks. But if you don't have a Dauntless, same crew. It's going to be the same crew, so don't be like, I don't have a Dauntless. I should just stop listening now. Nope. Don't worry. It's same crew. What you're going to do is you're going to go in here. Going to go to the filter by impulse speed. You are going to go fast as fuck, boys. Fast as fuck, boys. We're going to do this, this, and this on the Dauntless for me. Then that. Now, you could use Hugh here, too, if you wanted, because he's 15% bonus impulse speed. If he's maxed out, that's fine. But I'm going to use him on a second speed crew. So for me, my ships are strong enough, I'm going to do 2 speed crews. If you're a G3, G4 player, we're going to have a different conversation. But if you're a G5, higher G4 player, G5 or G6 player, then go full speed crews until we get to the point where we are going very far in Surges, which takes practice. You don't have to worry about it. Just go fast, okay? So this is what I'm going to use on one of my ships.
Define a decently tiered Dauntless.
Not your Dauntless. All right, so really quick, let me explain what a Surge is, because I feel like nobody knows. And so down over here, this little symbol, Surges happen in the token systems off the sides here. And don't go to any yet. Please do not click on one. Depending on, I don't think they changed it. You still only have 2 entries to pay the token fee. Let me see. Yeah. So you have token entries. Don't go into a system. Wait till I tell you which system to go into, okay? You don't want to waste your tokens. You're gonna get kept out, all right? Inside these systems, there are a bunch of hostiles flowing around. Let me do this. Here, I'm gonna fly here. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna bring my GS31 too. Don't waste it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. I was just thinking if I'm gonna. Dang, somebody's doing all of the battleships right now. Please don't take this battleship from me.
Sounds like some people need to go boom.
Nah. So the reason I'm doing this while we're talking about the Surges is because I want to show you guys what getting Surges entails. Down. Where is it? I'm blind. Where's the mission? It's in the Veil, defeat, Hostile Harbinger. Geesh, I flew right past it multiple times. You get 25 Veil Shards per day. You've got to do 50 of these hostiles and they are brutal. Or you can do 72s to bring that down to 25. But these hostels are no joke. Like, I'll hit an interceptor and you'll see it's not going to go great for me. Some folks, 240 billion.
Back to the surge. Back to the surge.
Okay, back to the surge. Yep, keep me on topic. Okay, what a surge is, you fly into the system. When my ship gets there, I'll show you. But you get into the system, and there are a bunch of reds flying around. Don't start attacking them yet, okay? Don't start attacking them yet. They're just a bunch of red hostiles flying around randomly. You're going to be able to zoom in, and this is the strategy for it. You'll see little clouds like this one. Do you see on my screen here? It's moving separate from the background. It's tied to the grid. That's a spawn point for some of the hostiles. And you're going to want to keep that in mind when these surges start. I like to have everybody get around. So like the background here is a little bit distracting, but you look. Here's another spawn point. Here's another one here. If your eyes are good enough, you probably see them better than me. But and then another one here. So what I like to do is have people get into quadrants and cover the spawn points. A few smaller folks run around in the middle to clean up, and then everybody else goes to the spawn points around the edges. When the surge starts, or when I activate it, it puts a timer for everybody to see, and it puts it in Alliance chat as well, so you'll be notified. When the timer reaches the end, the surge will begin. You have 2 minutes to smash as many hostiles as you can. Now, this sounds trivial. It is at first. The hostiles increase in difficulty with time. So they start out, I think, all at level 40 or something like that. And don't worry if you're a level 40 player, they're not strong. You'll be able to farm through them pretty well. But then all of a sudden, once you've hit a certain number of kills, it steps up the difficulty. They jump to 50. Once you get another set of kills, it jumps to 60, and so on. The cool part of this is the level of hostile you kill gets a certain number of points. You will get your own loot from the surge based upon your participation. So it encourages a lot of people to actively participate and work on it. Sorry guys, I can't talk and type at the same time. Okay. Alright, I'm back on track, done typing. So, if you're a grade 3 or grade 4 player, I want you to use a combination of a speed crew and a PvE crew. So, just what I put in AC. Please put like S&W Pike as captain, S&W Una, and Curon. So that's if you're a G3 to G4 player. You want a mixture of survivability and speed. If you're a G5, G6 player, put this crew on your ship, please, and thank you. You can also swap S&W Una out with Borg Q, because he gives 15% bonus to impulse. Now, while we're waiting for my ship to fly around... Oh, hi, Grim.
Can you post so the system we're going to?
Yeah, we're gonna go... How many more hostiles do I need to kill? I need to kill 16 more, so you're gonna have to give me a second. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Don't have Curon. If you don't have Curon, put Borg Q. Borg Q. So S&W Pike, S&W Una, Borg Q. No big deal. I just needed to You have no Qs? You have Borg Q. Am I like fumbling my words right now? Is that what's up? Are you trolling me? Yeah, so G3, G4 players do that on one ship, and then on your other ship. And by the way, when I say one ship, bring your biggest ship for now. We can talk about, like, if you have specific questions. You're like, well, what if what if my biggest ship is like a G3 auger? Well, that's kind of a slow ship, so maybe we want to have a different conversation. But, you know, for now, don't worry about it. It's the first one. Everybody can get a taste of it. So just bring your biggest, baddest ship that you can get. And then we can work on going faster. But for me, what I'll be doing is doing this. I don't think I'm going to bring my vengeance. I'm just going to do these two. And then... oh. Well, you know what? We'll just do full synergy on this guy, because it's not going to actually make that much of a difference. Do something like that.
So, you have time to let my puppy outside real quick?
Yeah, go for it. I've got to kill...
Right. I'll be back.
Serious. No Curon and no Qs. No. Not Qs. Borg Hugh. Like H-U-G-H. Not Q. Borg Hugh. Sorry, maybe I was not enunciating well enough. Yeah, Borg Hugh. The green guy. This guy. Because his ability, look. Right? 15% bonus impulse speed if he's on the bridge. Yeah, I was gonna say, I taught you about the transport pattern store. I know you got him in there, so that's why I was surprised. Yeah, maxed is great. So just bear with me. I'm trying. I thought I would have my dailies done already, but I get caught up doing other stuff. And these warp times are atrocious. You know what? These are explorers here, right? The problem is that I don't want to hit explorers. They will cost me so much. Oh wait, no, there's some explorers, battleships here. Rare. All right, there's not that many, but at least I know I can do it. Two there. Those are gonna be, well, we can get some more here maybe. I'm hurrying. I just told them 10. I said the wrong number, my bad. How many do I need? 11. Oof. I lied to Alliance Chat. Don't tell them. If you hear from Alliance Chat, don't tell them. Okay. Look. By the time somebody narcs on me, I'll have already gotten... Alright, perfect. This system's got a bunch of battleships, it looks like. Down to 9 to go. Okay, have you guys seen the refinery? You guys already know what loot you can get. It's essentially helping you tier up your specialty ships faster. Should I cover that while we're waiting? I'm hurrying. How many are we at? 7 more to go. Do I kill this? Probably not. Probably not. That's not the place I should go. I'll go there. Oh, wait.
Alright, Daddy's back.
Weird. Alright, I'm hurrying. We're almost done.
Hurry, brother, hurry! You got 60 people in the system waiting on you.
Are there actually 60 people? Yeah, wait, can you give me a head count? Because it's actually important that we have a lot of people on.
You mean a head count or how many ships? Okay, good talk.
I need number of people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, we need more people. We cannot do a surge like this.
I know you're not talking smack woofing for someone that's not even ranked in the chat.
Just stage there so that I can get a head count. We can't run the surge unless we have at least like 20 people. We won't get the high enough tier rewards. We need at least 20 people.
Woofin, aren't you in YouTube and you're not even here yet?
Because he probably sees how many houses I need left. He's like, I'm not going until I got it. 7 more, 7 more.
Just stage here, Woofin, just stage in the system.
Yeah, just stage. We're gonna go. You were doing crew for main
Simply.
ship. As soon as we hit 20 people, I'll tell you what system to go in. Please blast it. Please blast it in AC. If we don't get 20 people, I really want 30, but if we don't get at least 20, we can't waste the directives. We only get one every 4 days.
Simply.
What?
I need you to give me an awesome intro to Surges whenever we're gonna go. So
Okay.
I can get it for a short.
Alright, I'll do it. And I'll minimize my sidebars too.
And also, I'll need something for a short for the beginning.
Okay, we can do it.
I can just link it to this.
Alright,
this
we
video.
need more people. 2 ships each.
Everybody now, rock your heads now. Rock your body right.
You got a problem with that number 2? No, I don't have any problem with your ships.
No, he's talking about me. He's calling me number 2.
Oh, fair enough. I respect it.
I don't. And I hope whatever you go through in this surge is terrible.
Rose number 2, yay. Alright, 1 down. 6 more.
Everyone in here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications, and also thumbs up the video.
3. Then I'll fly with next system. We should be good. We should be good here. Can you give me another head count? I'm gonna be good in like a couple more hits. 3 more hits, 4 more hits. Should be in this hall. And also, if you can, just drop the stream in the chat again. That way people that didn't catch it on the first time can see it again.
We're up to 12.
We're up to 12. Alright. Need 8 more people. Ping the Discord too. Say, add everybody. We need you. Add everyone. We need you in this system right now for a surge. Get good loot. Everybody's welcome. It's just pure numbers game. At least to start. There's that one. Thanks for the subscription, Daniel Lange. Appreciate you. Come on, come on, come on. Simply Boss.
Daniel.
Who's the other one talking? That's my buddy Ro.
Bloodbound Romeo, as you guys know me. Or Red, White, and Romeo.
Did we get it? No! No, that's ridiculous.
Let's go.
The last ship
Let's
killed me.
ride.
The last ship killed me. All right, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Everybody, give me a last head count. Last head count. I'm coming over. We're ready to go. I need to get my ships like this. Need a head count.
14. We're at 14 right now. Listen, I'm about to time your ass out.
Why? He's helping. He's giving us things. How many people are online, actually? That's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. We have 38 people.
Yeah, I have almost half of them in the system.
Come on, people.
Let's ride, brothers. Let's ride.
Alright, got my last ship right here. We're good to go. We're ready to run it. Ready to run it. Alright. Okay, reminder, do not start yet. Look at all the clustered nodes. Do you see how many there are in the surge systems? There's like, just on my screen right now, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So I want people to stage.
you have to pay for each ship that goes in there.
Yes, you do.
That is a hell of a lot of.
Yes, there are a lot of hostiles, so do not attack yet. Just wait. Get ready. I'll be honest, my Dauntless is just gonna go ham, so forgive me, but my GS-31, I'll keep steering it in the right way, so.
I'm restarting game. Wolfen, you have to be important to see who's online.
Not the right call.
You talking shit, I'm talking shit. Well, that's huge. The Coast Guard is going to be huge here for me.
And then you should get more fault charts in your gifts. You get 200 a day or something like that. Dustin says, how are you today? I'm doing great. Dustin, how are you doing? Just waiting on people to join in for the surge. We need people. We need people.
More people, more people. Everyone come in. Everyone come in.
Let's go. You're tired, but you're here. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry you're tired, brother.
I'm with you, Dustin.
Oh, no,
Some of us working men have to get up at 4 a.m. I feel where you're at, Dustin. What are you doing, baby? Come on, girl. What do you think it would cost per week for me to have someone come and clean everything for me so I don't have to do it?
Like 100 to 150 probably.
Nice. Let's see, I work 6 hours overtime, that's it. Boom, we're cake. Don't ever have to clean again. Alright, Dustin, you may be extremely tired, brother, because I cannot understand what that says.
You can't stand incursion. Yuck. I like incursions personally, but I like PvP. If you don't like PvP and you're only a fan of PvE, then yeah. Fair enough. All right, I think we're gonna do it. Is everybody?
People are attacking. SMP, I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright. Everybody get ready.
Let's ride! Grab your kids, grab your wives, because we gon' have an interesting time. But you didn't give me a great introduction. You might want to do it.
What do you want
Near
for an
the end of
introduction?
warm up. I don't know, just make it sound hype.
All right, wait. I put on a hype song. You ready?
Yeah, hurry. Yeah. Go.
All right, everybody. Welcome to one of the first surges on server 711, and this is the first surge ever for the Phoenix Alliance, the new Phoenix Order. Everybody, get ready.
In
3,
5,
2, 1, go!
let's ride!
Leroy Jenkins!
Leroy Jenkins!
Kill him! Kill him dead! It's a little glitchy, full disclosure, but you just gotta do your best. You just click and click and click and click and click. More powerful hostiles incoming! This is hence the importance of the whole like organization scheme. Like if you're not organized, it starts getting like crazy. Everybody's trying to hit the same ship and they get stuck. We're doing pretty good though. They're oh, I just got the same one as you. Oh no! Oh no! Let me kill it! Oh my gosh, I can't kill anything. Oh no. I keep getting beat to the hostiles. Alright, there we go. Finally, I got somebody. Nope. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's pure chaos right now. We're doing good so far. We're doing good so far. Keep up the work. Another minute and 30 seconds. Smash him dead. Kill him dead. Kill him with fire.
Kill him with blood.
I will admit it's a little bit of a tough situation when all these hostiles, like you get to them and they just, you freeze for a bit, but. And sorry if I'm cutting you off with my ships. We're all just trying our best. It's pure,
No, you're
pure
yeah.
insanity.
Your Dauntless is
My Dauntless is a monster.
yeah.
I definitely know that for a fact.
Just so you know, I tried attacking that one for like 15 seconds before.
I got it right away. More powerful hostiles. 60s. These are gonna start taking people out, I would imagine. The 60s are 3 billion power, so you might see some people dying. Just keep up the work. Keep up the work. Yeah, yeah, I'm seeing some people die. Congratulations, everybody! Rooney Mara doing some work. Nice work, everybody. Rooney Mara, Grim, Rock and Roll Bob, Bloodbound Romeo, Techno Raver, Chicken Little, Wolfen, Grim Hobgoblin, Dirt Boy, Sweet Lou, the Rotarian, The Blue 2, Franken Beans, Ferryman 84, and Sir Ware coming in on our first ever Alliance Surge. That is awesome, guys. Good stuff. Tier 5 too. That's 100 Surge fragments. So if you're in G6, pause for a second. Don't spend them right away. That was awesome. That was awesome. So, congratulations all that we're in. Thanks for making that so fun. And let's go through some of the rewards. Let's talk through why you want to be in these and what you can do with it. If you're in G6, don't spend them. Okay? 61 plus, don't touch them. Wait. Wait. That's not the most fun answer, I know. But wait. If you are not G6, if you're under G6, you've got some options. So if you're G7, this unlocks. This is the one of the only ways to be able to do G7 research. It costs a lot. You need to save it all for this. I have 1,100 now. There were some gifts that they gave out and stuff like that. But if you are a G6 player, save the plasma. Save it, save it, save it. If you're a G5 or G4 player, if you're G5, consider saving it. Maybe some of these things don't look that enticing to you. Save it. But if you're G4 or G5, figure out what ship you want to start working on, these specialty ships. They help you speed up some of those loops. I mean, Vindicator loop is pretty slow, Titan loop is pretty slow, so you can get some speed up there. Same thing here. You can get your Vidar, your Monavine, your Revenant loops sped up by a little bit when you're doing this as well. So that's like a little bit of a benefit to everybody that's doing it. But yeah, upper G5, G6 players, save it for this Primordial Plasma, because if you come in here and go all the way here, this first research, let me tell you, look at this. Look at how strong this research is, everybody. I just want to call your attention. Level 1 of the research is a 3,000% base damage bonus for G6+. Maxed out is 15,000% damage bonus. The second research, 3,000% shield health. Maxed out, 20,000% shield health. First level, 3,000% hull. Maxed out, 20,000% hull. These are insane. But they're surge researches, so you need to be obtaining all of those surge research primordial plasmas that I just showed you in that little unlock to get this. Look at this. 100% isolytic defense for 6-star plus ships. 1,000% ISO defense at max. And this is probably the, like, creme de la creme. Okay, this one right here. Surge isolytic damage. I have been preaching to you all how important isolytic damage is, and look at this at maximum. 500 hecking percent. 100% at level 1. 500% at maximum. Of course, Apex Barrier. 40,000 Apex Barrier. That's freaking massive too. Apex Shred. 800% Apex Shred. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. I mean, wow. Critical hits, obviously, like, reduces enemy player critical hit damage. 500%. Like, you are unbeatable. But you need to accumulate those researches, research currency, starting now, so that when you get to G7, you don't have to spend $10,000 to get the research done. So, alright. I know some of you are sitting here thinking, wow, G7 is so far away, I'll never get there. It's going to take me years. Yeah. Guess what? Save it. Save it so that when you get there, you don't have to wait and start saving from scratch when you get there, right? You'll have already got it. Wolfen says, I'll start saving now. Exactly. Honestly, if I was you, I would. I would. I mean, some of these researches are just crazy. The other stuff is just not worth it, exactly. But these researches are very much worth it. And then you start looking at some of the other G7 researches. Increases base mitigation stats up to 5,000%. Increases base piercing stats up to 1,000%. All this stuff is crazy. So save up for it. All right? Makes sense to everybody? We'll transition now. I'm going to spend a few minutes. I promised some folks that I'd answer some questions and give some tips and tricks. I won't have time to do every single detail tonight, but if you're hanging out on the stream from here on out, we're done with the surges. We're done with the base defense crew details. So it's pure like Q&A learning from here on. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so first off, I had a question from Techno Raver regarding some of his ships. And so I asked him, can you please take some screenshots and send it to me, and we can talk about some of the things that you can do to power up your ships. So, rather than putting all the stuff on stream, because I want to keep some of it confidential so that he just gets to know what he's working on. I want him to not be too worried about what's getting shown. A few things. I want everybody to be remembering that isolytic damage and isolytic mitigation are kind of the name of the game. Apex Barrier and Apex Shred, also important, secondary to those first two. So let's go through really quick. I've been seeing a lot of folks, this is not at Techno specifically, I've just been seeing a lot of folks that have ISO damage in the 150% range, up to 200%. And I said this on stream yesterday that my 378.5% is very low. I want to be closer to 500%. If you're in G6, you want to be closer to 300, 330%, okay? If you're G6, if you're G7, or level 70 player, 70 plus, you really want to be at the 400 to 500% range. So I'm lower than comfortable, but I'm getting by. So let's go through some of the sources of isolytic damage. That way people can work on that. Yesterday I showed off some of this, so it's a little bit of refresh, but also some new things. So real quick, I'm gonna run through. If you have questions, something's not clear, shout it out. I'm gonna go through a little bit quicker because I also have things to do tonight. So Artifact Glavin, you can claim the 24-hour peace shield now. Interesting. Which Ops 40 through Ops 42 ships to get? I do need a Katinga. PS, you like PvP more. Captain Janeway. Excellent question. Let me quickly run through the isolytic damage stuff, and then I will answer that question for you. If I don't get to it, remind me, please. Okay. Techno says he doesn't mind. All right, let me go through this. So I already know what's needing some support. So a couple of artifacts that I'm going to call your attention to. Dual generators. You can source these from the Voyager. Once you max out the Voyager, claim that every single day in the archive, max out that archive, you'll be getting this max just in a matter of time. It's great. Another thing, Narada Tendril. Only 8% isolytic damage bonus against players, but it is something. 8% is, 8% 10 times, 80%. So let's not cut things out just because they're small. Lot small, do big. Okay, Glavin, 60% isolytic damage for all ships in all instances. It's just a pure modifier on the base isolytic damage. This is a fantastic artifact. You source this either from the Augment Faction store with Epic Wrath credits, and then once you've unlocked it, you can use Temporal. You can go to the store here and exchange these temporal disruptors for it. But you have to have unlocked it first. If you really are saying, I don't want to wait, you can always go unlock it through the store. They often have a bundle with that, plus some other things that you can grab to unlock it now. And then you can start converting the temporal disruptors to max it out very quickly. So that's the shortcut, but the free-to-play path is in the Augment Faction store. Okay, I'm gonna only do major things from here on. Like, this is increasing isolytic damage on Explorer with morale, but it's not general. This is 8%. It's gonna be the same for the Blade of Catan and the Organ Harvester for their respective classes. So 8% for battleships, 8% for interceptors, 8% for explorers. Sourcing for these is gonna be the same as your dual generators. Get the Voyager to max, that's huge. Okay, moving down here. The next big thing for isolytic damage bonus is going to be here, the Ancient Vulcan Scroll. If you can max it out, it's going to give you a 50% isolytic damage bonus. You can see the reason I haven't gone further is because I need some more artifacts to level 10. I've only got it at 25%, so I'm missing out on 25% ISO from that. which would put me over 400% on my vengeance, which is really where I want to be. So this is another one. Please work on this. You source this from the Transigen refinery. I'll go through that in a second because I need to do my polls, and I can also give you a tutorial on which things I think you should go for first. So there's that.
Okay.
Also, max this out. It makes the cost efficiency of maxing these artifacts cheaper. So if you can max this out first, Great Ayabara. This is really big. And then some of these things are going to be like Strand of Krenum Hair. Increase isolytic damage while opponent has any state applied. So if you're losing in PvP, this guy's huge. It's a 60% bonus at tier 9, 75% at max. You're gonna be able to source this for free from the DTI faction store. In a second I can show you that. If you don't know what the DTI faction store is, we can go through that. So that's another isolytic damage thing that's very, very powerful, very, very big. Specific to PvP, this one's very good. You're gonna decrease your opponent's ISO damage that are under any state. 40% decrease to their ISO damage is huge. So this is also sourced from the DTI faction store. Work on this if you're caring about your PvP performance. If you hate PvP and you really don't care about it, well, don't. This is isolytic defense bonus, 200% at max. Mine's way weaker than it should be. Ideally, if you're a G6 player, this is already maxed out for you. I rushed a little hard, and I didn't get the Gorn Eviscerator. I waited to get it for free, so that took me a bit of time. But yeah, 200% isolytic defense is good. And let's see here. A couple of other things that matter a lot. Not ISO, but this is going to increase your weapon damage. So this is, again, sourced for free through the Epic, through the Transigen refinery using rare Transigen. Make sure you get this. I told you ISO damage is first, Apex Barrier second. Well, this is your Apex Barrier, sourceable for free, once again, through the Transigen refinery. These are all things you need to focus on, ideally in tandem. There's a lot of ways to be able to tackle that at one time, so don't feel too stressed or overwhelmed. Now, particularly for PvP, the Guardian of Forever is very good. It also helps in PvE by reducing the opponent's true critical chance. So don't sleep on this. If you have the ability to get it, do it, but don't make this priority 1. Focus on the other things that I just told you are priority 1, and this is a nice thing to kind of follow up with, okay? Mbegda's Storybook, again, sourceable through the rare Transigen refinery. This is bonus isolytic defense in all situations. Definitely get this as well. I'll go through the Transigen refinery in detail next on another stream. I'm not gonna do it in detail tonight, actually. It's already 8:30, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. PvP specific stuff again. Krulmouth B Portal is gonna lower the opponent's base damage in PvP. Grab this, okay? If you're losing in PvP, reducing their damage is very good. Again, sourceable free to play by using this store here and transitioning over to can you sorry guys.
Simply, I'm gonna join that.
Okay, go.
Right.
Magus weapon, phaser rifle, and Batleth are all damage increasing things. Batleth is PvP specific damage increase, and then these are kinetic and energy damage increases. If you're losing in PvP, probably you need to get more damage, so these things will help. These are sourceable through the Transigen refinery as well, and also from the premium artifacts claims right here. You can get these in a number of ways, completing formation, armadas, etc., events, things like that are all free-to-play sources. And you can also unlock these artifacts free-to-play through the Transigen refinery. Pretty much every artifact in the game can be unlocked free-to-play through the Transition Refinery, DTI Faction Store, Augment Faction Store, or some combination thereof. Okay, DTI Temporal Device, mine's very low level. You want yours to be higher. This is sourceable from the Section 31 Faction Store. This is going to increase your isolatic defense every single round when any state is applied to the target. This is very helpful in both PvE and PvP. This is a big bonus to your isolatic defense, so don't sleep on this either. And then this is a slow source. This is going to help you in PvP. It's through the Epic Transition Refinery. So you need to have the Serene Squall specifically to unlock this one. You can't just mine Epic Transition without it. And it's pretty slow to source this guy. You can either do that or spend money. If you do it free to play like I did, then what you need to do, mine Epic Transition, convert it. You get 1 shard a day for a reasonable cost, 2 shards a day for an unreasonable cost. Judge the value of this accordingly. Apex Barrier is very good. Apex Shred is very good in PvP. There's other sources of Apex Shred, so there's that. Now, this is just artifacts. Keep this in mind. This is like purely artifacts. Emperor Giorgio's Crown, bonus Apex Barrier in PvP. This is sourceable through the Terran Faction Store, the Arenas Faction Store. Grab that too. So, all we've done for the last several minutes is talking about the many, many incredibly powerful and useful artifacts in the artifacts gallery. I would do a deep dive and send me a screenshot of your artifact gallery. I'm looking through right now. I don't see one yet. I don't have time to go through everything all tonight. We can talk about it again on stream next time, but those are the things that I would guide you to work through. I'll leave this VOD up so you can go back to it, rewatch, and collect the information again anytime to help guide you through this here. And if you can get some of those artifacts maxed out, you're going to see a night and day difference, and it's not that hard to do. It really isn't. It's just being consistent every day with your claims. I think probably that is something I'm very good at, is being consistent every day with my claims, much to my girlfriend's dismay. I think when I'm on this game, every single morning when I wake up, and then every single night before I go to bed, it probably drives her crazy. But it's the difference between being able to defeat people in PvP without having to spend $10,000. If you're consistent, you're going to do much better than the person who is spending a lot of money and they never do any claims. I mean, yeah, you can spend thousands of dollars and you're gonna do great, but the person who spends $1,000 over the lifetime of their account but claimed every single day and spent very wisely and efficiently is likely going to be able to compete to some extent with them. Maybe not on a one-to-one. I mean, if somebody dumps $100,000 in the game, they're gonna win, right? We all know that. I'm not saying that they won't. But if you're talking the difference between somebody who spent $1,000 over their account life and somebody who spent $2,000 but never did any claims, my money's gonna be on the $1,000 spender as opposed to the $2,000 spender. Do your claims, moral of the story. Okay, there's artifacts covered. Any questions about the artifacts? I really don't have time to do the whole Transition Refinery tonight. In the Transition Refinery though, go through, pick out the ones that I just told you to do. Do the minimal claim per day. Don't overload yourself by trying to do max stuff all the time, right? If you try to do too much, you're gonna get overwhelmed and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna be demoralized and you're gonna continue to fail. Find a rhythm that you can sustain and enjoy. This is a game. We need to remember you're trying to enjoy the game. Find a rhythm that you can sustain and enjoy first, and then we can worry about the rest of it later. Does that make sense? Officer ISO. Yeah, I mean, there's so much more on the ISO conversation. Researches, officers, buildings. Actually, that's. I'll do the buildings really, really quick, and then I gotta go for tonight. Hopefully, if you still have more questions, we can always continue to chat in DM or next stream, which is either going to be this weekend or for sure next Tuesday. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to try to do our streams. We've been pretty consistent so far. So, okay, ISO damage from buildings. This is kind of big. Actually, it's very big. This building at max gives you 50% isolated damage bonus. My current building level gives me 35%. Am I doing a surge on Saturday? Probably. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I get them, we'll see.
We can go live for that.
Yeah, we'll go live for surge. Okay, 50% isolated damage bonus when this building's maxed out. There's a research that gives you a daily claim for this building. That is the best way to max out this building. Off the top of my head right now, I really can't remember. It's a prime research though, so if we're not having a conversation about spending, just make sure every single time the war room goes up, by the way, one's live right now, you max it out and do all your claims here, okay? You can also increase the cost efficiency of this building in the mirror refinery, war room efficiency, same with all these other guys here. So definitely, Rose, something's very loud in the background.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So you can max this out to help you speed that building upgrade process up. And then also something like the Nova Squadron is a special building material cost efficiency reducer. So that's going to help you level that up faster as well. If you're looking for a Band-Aid, if you're a high ops player and your building is very low, like 20s, 30s, and you're like, oh man, that's really, really low. Okay, your best bet, I hate to say this, they didn't really give good sourcing for this building. Your best bet right now is going to be the prime. There is another way to source this in the outpost refinery. The retaliation building combo special, but it's pretty, in my opinion, it's a little bit of a hefty cost for what it is. But if you're down bad and you're really looking to free to play this, this is your route. Make sure you're doing your outposts to get this emblems. There's a few.
Also, guys, Rubbin's pro tip of the day: if you want to jump ahead and save yourself a whole bunch of time, $100.
he's fair enough. Okay. ISO damage though, not this guy. This guy here. By the way, if you're a G6 player, you know the pain of this. 19 million latinum, but whatever, we'll do it.
Only 19 million.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah. This building, this building at maximum is 7,500 PvP Apex Barrier, 125% ISO defense, and 75% ISO damage. I mean, a lot of officer stats too, but if you're looking ISO damage, 75% just from this building. So, you know, now my vengeance is going to be 380 because of that little bonus that I just got from maxing the building out. But, so that's a huge, huge sourcing for this building. DTI Faction Store. I've said DTI Faction Store quite a lot tonight. It's a very good place. Ignore that I haven't done my claims yet. They just went live during the stream, so. Yeah, right here. DTI Security Access Card. If you can, max pull it. Let me look at your relativity. Yeah, your relativity is huge. So you can definitely max pull this every single day and get that building caught up pretty quick. So you're doing great.
Ooh, that hurts.
Transition Forge, again, isolated damage comes from this guy. It's, I think, 50% or 75% at max. 60% at 60, so it's probably 80% at 70, if I had to guess. And so this is another place that I could make up quite a lot. I'm missing 28% just on the 0 to 6, on up to 60. and then probably another 20% after that. So I'm missing out on some Apex, PvP ISO damage and PvP Apex barrier here. So you're gonna be able to get sourcing for that building in your Transigen refinery. This guy right here, I'm slacking. You need to get refined common Transigen to pull this. Pull it every day. You'll be doing good. And I'm trying to think here. This is just outpost stuff. That's really for the building side of things. That's the bulk of it. You can get some Apex barrier and PvP from District 36 building. So I'm not gonna speed that one up though. I don't care too much about it right now. Yeah. Oh, and the challenge track. I've been slacking so hard. I've done no challenges this week. I'm very bad about these challenges. If you do the max free-to-play path, you get a 50% increased ISO damage for 1 week. You'll definitely would see a big boost from that, and you should be doing this every single week. I'm slapping myself on the wrist right now for not doing that. So worth noting. Okay. So I think that covers like 350% Apex barrier just in that conversation, and then a lot of the rest of it's going to be prime researches or syndicate, and unfortunately both of those things, well, syndicate is expensive. It is.
Yes.
There are some things you can do, like DTI faction. You're going to be able to get a hefty chunk a day, but you need to do this every day for it to add up. You know, every 10 days you're talking 370k per, so what, 750k or 740k ish for 10 days off of both. Not quite a million, but good part of the way there. There's a bunch of other random places you can get a few thousand here and there. 7,000 from the Section 31 refinery for the mirror one, and then I think another couple thousand from the, yeah, so 7,500 here, 3,000 here. Syndicate XP from Borg. Yeah, you talking about? Is it? No. From Borg? No, I'm forgetting. From Borg? Oh, X-Borg. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. There's a trickle of it in here too. Where was it? Is it in here? I actually can't remember this one. Must not be. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, there we go. So there's. Fair enough. Oh, it's. Oh, yeah. There's the research for that in here, right? Anyway, my research in this front is pretty weak, pretty lackluster. So, ooh, but I can get prime shearing boost. Do I actually want that? Do I want this? Sure.
Yeah, you do.
You say it's between uncommon and rare top line. Okay, well, anyway, thanks for reminding reminding me of that. How much is it a day? A couple thousand, 3,000 or something? Oh yeah, and then of course, the last thing is the star path is going to give you 20% ISO damage when applying states. So this is pretty hefty too in PvP if you haven't done this. Max out this first row and you'll be pretty happy. Okay, everybody. I think that's where my ticket gets punched for the evening. Oh yeah, of course, this guy. Hidden behind some serious effort. I hope you all had fun this evening learning about the Prime base defense crew. I hope it works well for you in incursions tomorrow. Don't forget, move your base to a sub 20 system. I'm gonna do it right now to set a good example.
Does that start tomorrow?
Yeah, it starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Remember, it starts before reset. Don't get caught out. Oh, somebody's unshielded. Let's go ruin their night. Oh, wait. Oh, actually, I know why this guy's unshielded. Never mind. No excuse for this person. Whew. That's gonna need to get drained if they're not online. Okay, yeah.
I need to get drained.
Good search tonight, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and if you have more questions, I will do more tips on next stream. So next stream, I don't think we'll have the...
Saturday.
We won't have to go through the Surge tutorial next stream, and we won't have to go through the Prime base defense tutorial next stream. So we can go right into the Q&A and help people out more. Techno just sent me all of his artifacts. Wow, he's got a lot maxed actually. That's pretty great. Your big thing is getting the Glavin artifact. That'll give you another 60%. That'll put you over 200%. That's a huge boost. Definitely work on that. Which Ops 40 through 42 ships are best for PvE? Borg Cube is pretty great. It starts to shine in G6 though, around level 63. I did a whole tutorial last time about my favorite G4 uncommon ship, which is the Valdor. This guy here, I think this is a monster of a ship, and there's a whole loop specially designed around maxing this like so fast. So check out the 2 streams ago, I think it was, right at the tail end, I went through the ISS Jellyfish loop. If you go check the VOD, you'll be able to find that. Hopefully that helps you. But this is what I personally recommend, because there's a way to max it out pretty easily. And in G5, Sanctus is an absolute monster. Until you get to the epics, then it's Rotaran. G6, the Crenshaw is a favorite, and the Borg Cube is a favorite. The Ent-E is a favorite. I like the Scimitar, so really depends. If you're going for the Vengeance, then maybe you don't want a Crenshaw. You're saying what special ship? Oh, that's a complex question. Specialty ship. There are so many amazing ones. For PvP though, GS31. Absolutely, the GS31 in PvP is a atrocious monster. If you get the tech for it, it's a chaos tech. What am I doing? if you get the Genesis device, pair that with Tantalus Field. Wait, no, I clicked the wrong thing. Morphogenic virus, sorry, I'm getting myself confused here. If you get this guy, GS31 just wins. I think that's it. Max this and win. Up to level, honestly, up to level like 70. GS31 will go straight from 40 all the way up to 70, being pretty dominant in PvP. If you're one-to-one with those people. Alright, it's about time for me to get off. We did a long stream, it was fun, but I'm tired, so thanks everybody so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to click like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you want to see next time. We do video requests as well, so if you have a specific thing you're interested in, maybe you can't make it to the live streams, just drop a comment on any of our VODs saying what you want us to cover in a video. We'll do a short form video for you, and you can watch it and enjoy it and learn from it that way. Thanks so much, everybody.
Live long and prosper. Yes, sir.